What a beautiful sight it is. One Eye can't wait to get her talons on it. Sir Josh will take care of this. You have business to attend to with One Eye.
So the Khajiit didn't lie. I pegged you to make off with the money. I misjudged you. Here's your dark elf. I expect the Dominion's prize will be delivered as payment for my largesse. And I have yet another present for you. A high elf has come visiting, demanding a supply line through Alton Coromont. She's willing to pay handsomely for the privilege. Clearly, she is a Dominion commander. If she dies, there is no one to execute their plans here, and I will have her gold. She's in a cabin on the lower deck, waiting for me to return. If someone else arrived instead of me, I'm sure they could take care of this problem. I, of course, would never strike down a guest.
I must inform the Vice Canon of this situation.
A little messy, but sometimes you have to take the low road, right? One of your vice canons is waiting for you. I'll let them stay as long as you are vouching for their behavior. This is still my town. Understand? They're on the upper deck. Follow me.
I've lost everything.
Here's your hero, elf.
One Eye would have me believe you single-handedly rid this port of Dominion meddling. I would be dubious, but Sunil Fenrilla corroborated her story. Now we don't need to fight a war with these pirates. We have you to thank for that. Don't be modest. One-Eyed boasted of your skills. I've offered the pirates letters of marque to seize any Dominion ships they find. You've earned a reward. Take it with the gratitude of Stormhold and the Wardens. I'm not sending any troops into this town. There's no reason to fight these pirates until I have to. Your friend One Eye should know that someday. The Pact may be forced to come back here.
It's been a pleasure having you work for me. As long as I'm boss of this town, you're welcome in Alton Coromont. These words are so final. You've seen me up here writing. Letters sent, but not returned. Why do I keep writing to him if he doesn't care? Perhaps the mire has finally taken him. I've been sending letters to a corpse. Lutima. We were egg cousins when we were young. He fell in love and went to the percolating mire to follow her. All the while, he was blind to my affections. At first, he sent letters back. Then, none came. I even wrote to his lover to ask what became of him. Nothing. There was never a reply. I'm leaving these swamps. I'm going to go to the drylands. This is my last letter to Lutima. Will you deliver it to him? If not into his hands, then his grave. I fear the worst.
How will I ever get it back? How will I ever get it back? I cannot live without my loot. Yes, that trickster, Arkishan, fooled me into playing her riddle game for a chance at winning some gold. When I failed to answer her riddles correctly and had no coin to give her, she took my loot as payment. Please talk to Arkishan. I begged her to return my loot so I might earn the coin to pay her, but she refused to give it back. She suggested another game of riddles, but I have nothing left to gamble. She should be just up the road by the hatching pools, waiting for another mark. She's crafty. Don't let her trick you into large bets. It was crafted by my grandfather. Over the years, its sweet sound has brought joy to the hearts of sullen audiences and tears to the most stoic warriors. I've yet to find its equal. I sought a shortcut to buying a home in Stormhold. I thought myself a match for that scaly trickster, but my mind blanked when confronted by her riddles. I should have stuck to musical competitions.
Stretch your tail here in peace. What brings you to the hatching pools? I do not return items lost on a bet. Did he tell you he lost at gambling? Perhaps you're a gambler as well. Would you like to win it back? But that wouldn't be any fun. No fun at all. Come now, play a game of riddles with old Arkishan. If you answer correctly, I will give you the loot. An intriguing proposal. It has been long since anyone challenged me. Yes, I will hear your riddle. If I cannot answer it, The loot is yours. I have never heard the like. May I have another clue? Is it love? Ah, I am honored you chose to share your riddle with me. Here, you may have the loot. I hope you share your wisdom with Iraninen so that he never again gambles away such a fine instrument.
Did you get my loot from Arkishan? By the three, you did it! You saved my life and returned my livelihood! I don't have much, but what little I have is yours. I'll earn it back, and more, when they hear me play in Stormhold. Never again. I sought a shortcut to riches and nearly lost everything. A fool and his looters soon parted, my father used to say. Had I listened to him, I would have avoided this folly. You have my never-ending thanks. If I should meet a singer in my travels, I'll commission a song in your honor. Luck to your house, my friend. You've saved... You...
Keeper Omnise was a kind woman. She tended eggs, you understand? She was a midwife to Argonian hatchlings. And they butchered her. The Dominion cut her down and left her to rot. I take no pleasure in being right. The Dominion must have learned Vice Canon Rondar's knowledge of the hatching pools. It is imperative we learn the Nemikek's true role in the Dominion's plans. They bring nothing to this land but abomination. If you haven't seen it yourself, Dominion forces are all over the hatching pools. They kill anyone who tries to leave. The only good news is they've left the eggs unharmed. We could use your help in learning why. I'd like you to cut down every Dominion soldier you see, but a quieter approach is more prudent. Either way, find Keeper Uzith A. He'll know how to buy time until I arrive with reinforcements. Ukatse found ceremonial garb in the chest behind me. He made it past Dominion guards, but one of their tigers sniffed him out. His wounds weren't too severe. You could use the garb to seek out Keeper Uzith A. Just keep an eye out for tigers. Report the extent of this attack to Vice Canon Haytamine. I expect to return with reinforcements quite soon. We'll drive the Dominion from the hatching pools. If you see opportunities to aid the Keepers, I urge you to do so.
The Kaguti walk amongst the Gwar, but do not hunt unless the Gwar strays from her herd. Then wooden wasps would fly, bringing the Gwar down to the mud. The Kaguti gore the hist to drink its sap. In the hamlet, a tree dies screaming. In the mire, a tree goes mad. The Gwar watch the Kaguti, but do not understand. A weapon once gifted to the wasp children. Bound in blood, it slips through the hist's dreams. Tree blood burns, and Tree dies a lonely death removed from its sisters. The Gwar thanks the mighty Wamasu for its mercy. The Gwar what? Oh, the Kaguti thought themselves clever to coat their tusks with poison. But the tree knows all. Its roots will soon feed on the Kaguti who burned its blood. The Kaguti think the Gwar won't bite off the tusk that strikes it. Now the Kaguti are brought down to the mud. The Gwar seeks reeds to fill its belly. A gully in which to wallow. These are what the Gwar needs. Leave conquest for the Kaguti.